Hey guys, I thought I would do an initial gear review on the MLD Lightsnow gaiter that I just purchased about 2 weeks ago. I've used them a couple times so far, and so far I actually really like these gaiters that I purchased. Um, these gaiters are actually made out of a 3-layer E-vent material. It actually breathes extremely good compared to my outdoor research Gore-Tex gaiters. Um, the downside to these type of um, to this material is that the durability is not gonna match up to the Gore-Tex version that I have with outdoor research, which is expected. But with the weight savings, to me, hiking down a trail, these will do perfectly fine and they don't weigh hardly anything. When you actually purchase these, you can get them on MLD's website. They are actually $55 for the pair. You get the gaiter itself, and then they supply you with a strand of bungee cord to use. I'm probably going to change out the bungee cord to something a little bit stronger, but I'm just going to see how long this bungee cord actually lasts and see how many miles I can get out of it. As you can see, I've done some wear and tear and gone through the mud with these so far, and they held out extremely well. Um, I did have to add a mini line lock to the bungee cord, and I'll show you exactly why I added this in a minute. Um, like most gaiters, you either have the slip-on type or the one that has Velcro, or it'll have a zipper to put these on. These are the ones you have to actually slide on over your onto your feet, then stick your shoe on. If you put your shoe on first, you won't be able to get these on. Some people like it, and some people sees that as a downside to these type of gaiters. To me, it really doesn't matter. I wear gaiters anytime I'm on the trail, so I really don't take them off until I actually get to bed. So it doesn't really bother me, and these breathe so much better than my Gore-Tex. I don't have to unzip my convertible pants to get a little bit of the heat out of my lower legs. So this actually comes in handy. At the end, if you see, it actually has a really nice toe lace that you can clip onto the edge of your shoe. So when you put these on, stick them on over your legs. I always stick the bungee on first. Get the bungee over where you want to go, and then cinch it down right there. And as you can see, it's locked in there, and it's not coming out. This does a really good job. I have not had it pop out. Unlike my outdoor research ones, the hook would come undone from my boots all the time, depending. And no matter how much I tightened it up, sometimes it would just come loose. So you stick that in there. And this is where the line lock actually comes into play, because once you have it underneath your shoe instep, like this, I can pull and cinch down the actual gaiter around the shoe. And when I got this super tight, this is extremely tight around it. And if I had a shoe in here, it'd be better. But then it goes around like this. One thing I have noticed is that this back end here will actually rise up and down. I may actually start putting, I may put some Velcro on the back here and then glue it to the back side of this to keep it from moving up. But so far, even though it moves up a little bit on this particular shoe, I haven't had any issues with mud or any type of water actually getting underneath this and into my shoe. So that's a good thing. So if it doesn't really affect me, I may not actually put any Velcro on my shoe and just try and see what happens. So some people may see this as a downside and may want to fix this depending on how their shoe is actually made. So, and then what I do is once I've done with everything, I just tuck all this into my shoe, and it hides away just like that. So it's hidden away, and it's not an issue. I know some people, Stick Blog was talking about that he changed his bungee cord out to more of a stronger material to see how that would work. I'm probably going to do that. We'll see. I'll see how many miles I can get on this stuff, but I probably will change it out eventually, because I just don't think the bungee will last more than 500 miles probably. So we'll see that. Let me take this off now. As you can see, this hook, it's in there. I mean, you got to really spin it around to get the hook out from the shoe. So it does a really good job of keeping that in there. And we are going to weigh these. Let's see if I can get this to weigh correctly. 2.9 ounces for the pair of gaiters. This compares to my outdoor research gaiters that actually weigh 10 ounces. So I'm saving 7 ounces worth of weight by switching to these gaiters that MLD has. To me, it's worth it to switch to these. I get better breathability. It's less weight on my feet, and I actually think it does a better job of protecting my feet, covering the shoelaces and the back end of my shoes, than the outdoor research gaiters actually covered my shoes. So all in all, I like the Event 3-layer material. Some of the Event material is made out of a 2-layer material with Cuban fiber mixed in with it, and I'm glad that this stuff doesn't have the 2 layers. I'm actually not too fond of the 2-layer Event material. I actually have some gloves made out of it from Z-Packs, and I'm going to do a review on those pretty soon, but I wish that gloves were made out of this. And I'm about to get me some gloves from MLD that is actually made out of the same material pretty soon. So I'll probably do that in about a week and have some new gloves. But this is just an initial review. I haven't really tested this very much, but by the end of the summer I will know if these are actually good or they're not. It's got beautiful seam construction. I mean, I can't find a flaw with the seam construction of the material. Very beautifully done. Also, when you have them zipped and put on, you have a cinch cord up here, and this is how it comes from Ron. And what you do is you just pull and tighten it up on your leg. I might replace this later with a thinner cord. This cord here, when you tighten it up around your legs, it actually, I can feel the cord around my leg. I wish it was more of a flat cord than a round cord, and I think that would mitigate the issue. So I'll probably replace this and put a smaller line lock on here also. So that'll be in the future. I'll just have to wait it out. But if you have any questions or comment about this gaiter, shoot me a message and I will reply back. Thank you.